and he had disappeared upstairs almost the entire party. Came down once because he was, at the time, sharing drugs with my dad.
Amber's family has revealed how Amber has destroyed their life. In the midst of the legal battle for defamation between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard that recently concluded, it brought to light stunning revelations about the relationship that the actors had, besides making us remember old episodes between the Hollywood stars. One of the things that garnered much attention was the bond between Amber Heard and her family. Things were not at all what they seemed on the surface. There were cracks in the relationship, and Amber was to blame for it. But what actions of hers caused her to destroy her own family? Keep watching to find out more. Johnny Depp's relationship with Amber Heard's parents has become a talking point in recent days after the actress testified in their defamation trial a few months back that the actor had taken drugs with her dad. Depp, 58, was locked in a high-profile court battle with Heard, 36, after filing a $50 million lawsuit accusing her of defamation over an op-ed published by the Washington Post, in which she said she was a victim of domestic abuse. Depp eventually came out on top, with the jury deciding that Amber was indeed defaming Depp. She was asked to pay Depp over $10 million in damages. Testifying at Virginia's Fairfax County Circuit Courthouse on May 5th, Heard told how Depp had taken drugs with her father, David Heard, during the pair's engagement party in 2014. Depp and Heard wed the following year. Heard filed for divorce in 2016, and their union was officially dissolved in 2017. After the fourth week of the trial ended on May 5th, a host of Twitter users alleged that evidence showed that Amber Heard's parents, Paige Heard and David Heard, blamed their daughter's lawyers for the domestic abuse allegations. One user tweeted, quote, "Amber Heard's own parents were so scared of her that they didn't want them to find out that they were still on good terms with Johnny Depp, and Paige Heard still referred to him as son." Amber's father admitted that Amber had anger issues. Amber gets so mad that, quote, "I just lose it," unquote. Quote, hashtag Amber Heard, "It's so insane, isn't it? Needs to be put in institution." Her own parents were scared of her. Her sister was scared of her. She is a pathological liar and a sociopath. She should seriously quit the stand and get herself scheduled, unquote, wrote another. Quote, "Friendly reminder that even Amber Heard's own parents knew the abuse allegations were a hoax and continued to communicate with and show their love to Johnny Depp," unquote, continued this person. This fan said, quote, "Never forget that while Amber Heard was starting her abuse hoax, her parents were texting Johnny Depp, telling him that she was doing it so she could continue to live in his penthouse and continue to refer to Johnny as son, and told him they loved him," unquote. The screenshots of the text messages shared on the microblogging platform appeared to have been presented in a manner that would suggest the Aquaman star's parents were somehow admitting to their daughter not being honest. In messages dated May 27, 2016, hours after Amber Heard filed for a restraining order against Depp, Paige Heard was shown writing to her then son-in-law, quote, "It's the lawyers on both sides doing this, not Amber. I heard the whole story very teary. If I could just talk to Johnny. She didn't want this. Friggin' lawyers on both sides. This was not her idea, not her wishes. She was told she would be evicted and out in 30 days if she did not do this," unquote. Paige Heard, who passed away in 2020, added, quote, "Her dumb lawyer possibly as the only way she would have had a place to live in 30 days. She did not want to do this, I swear to you. The lawyers are frigging things up," unquote. It was also suggested that Amber Heard's parents, quote, "want nothing to do with her," unquote, while they, quote, "admire Pirates of the Caribbean star Depp." The claim is one of many that have been shared as fact by fans of each of the stars as they debated the proceedings on social media. Amber Heard's parents did indeed have a good relationship with Depp, with a series of text messages over the years showing that the actor had a particularly strong connection with David Heard. Newsweek has reviewed the messages, which were presented as evidence during Depp's 2020 libel case in London. The aforementioned text message was sent to Depp by Paige Heard, prompting the actor to respond in part, quote, "If she didn't want to file a restraining order against me and sent a message to the world that I am some kind of violent wife beater, then why would she go to the courthouse with a photo of her that looks like she's been abused?" unquote. Quote, "Her lawyer told her she had to, and she had to today," Paige Heard responded. Quote, "That's why she wanted to talk to you. We didn't talk, so please never bring this up. But I'll swear to you, this was not her idea, nor did she do it willingly or happily." Quote, "She was told it was her only option to not being kicked out. I'm not making excuses, but that is what she believed. She did not want to do it. She felt she was betraying her only love, but the lawyers said so," unquote. Quote, "Please don't pass this on if you ever talk to Amber again. I love you, son," unquote, she added. However, as the screen star's relationship became more fraught, Paige Heard messaged her daughter on December 17, 2015 to say that David Heard sent Depp a, quote, "scathing message," adding, "He really reamed him. He compared you to Lily Rose, Depp's daughter, and how JD would feel. Your dad's blood is boiling, unquote. After Amber Heard sent her mother photos of the injuries she had allegedly suffered at the hands of Depp, Paige Heard wrote in a May 21, 2016 message to her daughter, quote, "I'd like to give him a piece of my mind, but don't worry, I won't. He is crazy," unquote. On December 21, 2015, David Heard messaged Depp to state that while he wished to fix his daughter's broken relationship with the actor, he also still loved him, quote, "like a brother or father or whatever," unquote. David Heard added that his daughter, quote, "should never hit you or call you another name, and the same goes for you. And if that were the case, you guys could be happy together for the rest of your lives," unquote. The patriarch went on to state in the lengthy message that his daughter is, quote, "not blameless, and I know that, but she's my kid, and I love her unconditionally," unquote. Things don't end here. Amber Heard's former personal assistant claimed she would fly into a, quote, "blind rage," and said even her own mother was afraid of her during her testimony. Appearing via a pre-taped video deposition back in April, Kate James told the court she was hired by Heard in 2012 as her personal assistant and worked with her until 2015. Under questioning from Depp's lawyers, James talked about how Heard would fly into a, quote, "blind rage" at her during frequent abusive episodes. She told how one of her jobs was to get 2 copies of magazines that Heard appeared in and store them in the garage because she didn't want Depp to see them. One time, Heard, quote, "got very angry because they were lying around." James said, "She went absolutely ballistic, screaming, yelling, abuse. It was a blind rage." James recalled how Heard would scream over the phone at her and subjected her to, quote, "barrages of abusive text messages day and night." According to James, Heard was mean to her sister Whitney and treated her, quote, "like a dog you kick." Heard's own mother was, quote, "terrified of her because she was abusive to her too," James claimed. This mountain of evidence sheds light on Amber's psychopathic tendencies and how they ruined her own family and turned them away from her to the point where her own parents feared for their lives and turned to Depp for support. That is all for today. Give us your thoughts in the comments below. Is Amber to blame for breaking her family apart, or did her parents play a part in it too? Don't forget to like and subscribe.